All right, folks, Weight Slayer here. We are doing a tricep exercise, or tricep exercises at home. So basically 3 heads of the triceps, what we're trying to work. We're going to do a bunch of different variations. This camera is going to get all of the footage. Then I've got the, I guess we'll call it a dual screen camera that is only going to record this part. But this tricep video, you'll also see the belt squat and all the stuff I do in that. But we're going to start over here in this area. The lighting's a little better, and we're going to just see how it goes, folks. I think before we start the other video, I'm going to get another camera going, because I'm not really happy with the views that I'm seeing. So let me pause this. All right, I think I'm ready, folks, for the workout. So we'll start with, we're just going to warm up. I think I'm going to sit on different directions of this bench. You know, when you get old, you got to start with the real light weights, folks. This is basically just a overhead dumbbell press, single dumbbell. All kinds of cracking and popping, and eventually maybe I'll turn around. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can really, like we're capturing the action very good from what I'm seeing. What a surprise. Good. All right, so this probably needs to move over a little. Yep, we're gonna have to work on things here. So the webcams, unfortunately, when you get too close, you don't get a heck of a lot of video. Or I say video. If you're too close, you cut off part of the scene. So hopefully we're kind of need something. Maybe I'll lift this one up just a little. So I'm just getting warmed up. Change up the direction so I can see what's on the camera. All right, so 1, 2 of 3, and then we need to move this probably. I'm in this area. We're gonna do some single dumbbells, and we'll do our skull crushers with the super curl bar. I think that'll be the goal. And I'm going to go ahead and get my wrist sleeve on. And of course, I can barely get to the super curl bar. So back in the day, I remember doing 100s, 110s, 120s. And I don't say that to brag, just that's what I used to do. Now I don't want to pick up that size dumbbell. I don't want to do a lot of shit. Drinking a little Diet Coke this morning. Not the best thing in the world, folks. Drink water or something else. Okay, so we did 10s. Let's go ahead and grab some 15-pounders. So I call this, you know, a home workout, and I forgot to fix that camera on the left. You know, these are things you can do at home, right? So one thing I want to do today, adjust this camera, I just want to talk a little bit about using Olympic dumbbells. what is an Olympic dumbbell, folks? Well, this guy here is an Olympic dumbbell. So what I'm going to do for the hell of it in this video is I'm going to put some plates on it just so we can kind of see how well the plates hold, and is this a safe thing to even do? So I'm going to make a YouTube short out of this. So the main feature of this video is not doing this, but I'm going to load up one side and see if in the vertical position how well different collars are going to work. Just so you guys might have an idea in case you want to buy something like this. It might be obviously a little bit more dangerous than a fixed dumbbell when you are relying on a collar to hold the weight on. But if you have a spotter, this may not be so dangerous, or it might be more dangerous, right? Because you could potentially drop this on your spotter's foot. The spotter may also see something happening before it happens. Okay. Now this exercise I do like to do it with back support. Okay. So right now the problem with this is the plates are too big. I'm hitting myself in the head. Okay. And 10 pounders are bigger. If we were to put an 80 next to this, these are bigger in diameter than the 80s. Oh my God, look at that. Woo! So you guys can't see it, but the lighting is so perfect on the left arm right now. It looks freaking ginormous. I love it. Yeah, so getting back to this, 5 pounders and maybe preferably rubber 5 pounders would be better. Now I'm going to put some 5s on here just so I can demonstrate the difference. One of the cameras might have been able to pick up the weights hitting me in the head. I don't have a lot of 5-pound rubber plates. I think in the future I might just buy a bunch of them. And you know, why is that, folks? Well, if you're gonna have flooring like I do with no rubber mats or anything, you know, it's probably better to have rubber coated plates so that when you drop these dumbbells, you don't crack, hopefully, the concrete. All right, so let's try these with 5s on there, okay? Now 5s are the ideal value for doing this, even though I'm still hitting my head, but I would hit my head with the dumbbell too, so there. Whew. Yeah, we should make a YouTube video out of that, folks. I wish I had more freaking camera stands, dang it. Oh, we do have, I forgot. We gotta get this ready. So, you may find multiple videos of me working out. They might on multiple channels. Don't be surprised. I'm gonna clear off some space. I'm trying to build this channel up, right? The Weight Slayer channel. But to do that, I also need to make some money. So we also put some weightlifting videos on other channels that are monetized, YouTube shorts, whatever, just to get more money towards the weightlifting. Sadly, I don't put the link down below though, so people know, oh, okay, this is my weightlifting channel. Primary weightlifting channel, right? So I think this will be a good good view. And obviously if I had my other camera that does wide angle, it would be even better. All right, folks, doing triceps. Just getting warmed up. We're going to do dumbbells. We'll do the super curl bar on this side, and then eventually some of the cameras will pick up the belt squat. All right, so now we could put a 10 on the portion where my hand's holding, and I think I would probably avoid hitting myself in the head. In doing this exercise, I don't honestly feel like it matters. Let's see. I don't think it matters if you overload one side than the other. And you know, I am going to make a little video here, but I don't think we have any rubber coated 2.5s. I thought about buying some hammer strength 2.5 pounders. Those fucking things are $18 a piece, folks. And there isn't really a size between 5 and 10. All right, so we'll make a YouTube short out of this real quick, because you can never have enough YouTube shorts, right? Okay. All right, folks, so if you're going to use an Olympic dumbbell to do a tricep overhead press, what's the best size plates to use? So 5s and 2.5s, right? Because why is that? When I bring this over my head like so, anything bigger than a 5 is going to continually hit you in the head. Now, some people with longer arms may not have that problem, but I think the majority of society, 5s and 2.5s are the way to go. So there you go. Okay, so that was one goofy video, but yeah, so I'm warming up. We're gonna make one other video, and that is, you know, just to see how well these dumbbells can hold a bunch of weight on one end, or the collars. Actually, I think we need to start heavier, like a 25 pounder. I don't really want to break my collar, but for the sake of science, I'm all about it. So we'll load up. I'll just load up what I got over here. See if this collar can hold 50 pounds vertically. All right, but before we do that, let's do 30 pounds. Just so you know, I'm screwing around a little, but I'm also warming up. So we're finally feeling warmed up. Very important, you know, for the sake of the elbow tendons, ligaments, and your tricep itself. You can get warmed up. All right, folks. Cheap plastic collars. Just seeing, you know, if you were to make a Olympic dumbbell. How much weight can this actually hold up? Will it hold up 50 pounds without dropping it? And looks pretty solid to me. Maybe we'll throw a little bit more weight on there. So I don't even know where my other 25 is. Oh, there it is. Sitting on the floor. All right, let's do another set before I goof around again. I'm gonna take this 5 off. At some point, this might get too heavy for me to even pick up. All right, so let's do. We did 30 a second ago. Where are the 40s at? Of course, the 40s are next to the camera, so great. All right, we're gonna grab a 35, and we'll jump to 45 after this. So I won't be spending this much time warming up on the other exercises, but this used to be one of the major exercises I would do to build mass in my triceps, and I haven't really been doing it because just hasn't been that convenient. You know, if you go to Planet Fitness, the dumbbells only go up to 75 pounds. I only have 80s. And as you can see from the homemade dumbbell, it's a pain in the ass to make 100 pounders, 110s, 120s. But it can be done. All right, folks, we got 70 pounds now on here. Let's see if this will hold up 70 pounds without failing. It failed. So somewhere between 50 and 70, that collar can hold. I was not expecting it to fall off like that. Holy cow. So that was a total failure. So we're gonna try a different collar. But now you know, to be honest with you, that if you were gonna do overhead with that thing, that it's not able to hold 70 pounds. For those of you that are ridiculously strong and would actually be able to handle that, because some of you are probably. I know if I can do what I can do, there's people stronger out there. And I do apologize that we are kind of screwing around here, but this might benefit some of you. Okay. So I think with this one, I'm expecting this to fail sooner. So we're going to start with 35 after we do our next warm-up set. But you see how if I had too much weight on there, I would have effed up I would have hurt myself, basically, right? Okay, 45. Where are the 45s at? There's 45. And I have, if you happen to notice, I have two colors 45s because they're either two different caps or they're different brands. Walmart has been carrying a 45 pound overhead dumbbell press. And that's good for that. Walmart's been carrying 50-pound rubber dumbbells that are actually a really good price. All right, so let's do our experiment. All right, folks, this video we're going to kind of see how much these collars can hold if you were to use Olympic dumbbells. So I have 35 pounds on this one end, and it's pretty good, right? Let's throw a little bit more on there. I may have to edit this one. This is 45 pounds. Still good. Let's do 60 pounds. So the cheap plastic ones couldn't hold 70. And that can hold 60. Let me take a little break here. I might have to edit that, but whew. So this thing did slide down a little bit, just so you guys know. I have 70 on here. I think 70 is probably going to fail. Now we could put 2 collars on there. Maybe it would make a difference. And this isn't the most scientific test in the world, but all right, folks, we got 70 on here. And it failed. So the fact is I had to shake it just for a little dynamic testing, right? Static is one thing. It might have held 100 pounds static, but for the sake of that experiment, that's as good as it's going to get. So the interesting part of that for me is, what point do you not feel comfortable with an Olympic dumbbell over your head? That was, you know, it slid a little on 60. Actually, it slid quite a bit on 60. And so I'm moving all these weights, but I'm going to need them for the super curl bar. Oh, geez, we just broke our, we just cracked our freaking 5-pound plate. Look at that shit. Folks, highly suggest not buying these balance from 5-pound plates. Not only are they not very accurate for 5 pounds, this dropped off of the bench below you and cracked, right? It broke. I mean, look at that. This thing's completely worthless now, so do yourself a favor. Don't waste your money on these, right? Now that sucks. We could still use this as a, I don't know, warm-up weight. I'll have to weigh it, but yeah, there's nothing that can be done for this, really. Cheap-ass plates. Yep. So, might have to return this too if I had more time. So in 2 days, folks, I don't know if the wife's going to want to take that back for me. In 2 days, we have broke a 60-inch selfie tripod stand, and we have broke, what else we broke? Well, we can't use these because we're not going to get much weight on them. We broke the selfie tripod stand and that 5-pound weight. There really wasn't even 5 pounds. So, that's a bummer. Now, I am probably not going to be breaking any more shit today, I think. Alright, so let's get back on our workout here. You know, at some point I would probably put a weight belt on. Now, I have these magnetic weights too, folks, so you can, you know, go, let's do that, okay? Alright, folks, 52.5-pound tricep overhead press. I have a magnetic weight on here. Hopefully this thing won't fall off and hit me in the head. There's a danger with it. And so far today we broke one 5-pound weight. So anything's possible. And that's good. So I have to wonder, this camera will start on its own, but is it self-automated? How do you automate it? Camera start. Camera on. Record. Video record. Siri, video record. What's Google's thing? Because this isn't an iPhone. Start. Walmart. Record. Video. On, off. That works. Pause. Video pause. Okay, nothing's working. All right, so triceps, you know, getting a little pumped up. Not that much yet. I do feel like I probably need a weight belt though, folks. Yeah, that sucks. I broke that weight. And I'm going on a long ass trip, so if the wife doesn't. Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. I can hold on to that until I come back, buy that weight again, and then return the broken one. That is such a shyster thing, but the fact is, I actually, honestly, I like those weights, except for the fact that it broke, you know? That sucks. All right, so the biggest dumbbells we have over here are 80s. I'm gonna do 70s, and then we'll do an 80. And we'll just see how it goes. I think I'm about ready for the other thing. Now this bench, steel body bench, I have questions about its quality, but at least the material and the welding. All right, 70-pound single dumbbell overhead press for triceps. Tricep press. That's good. All right, so I don't think we're gonna do the 80s, even though we could, and no doubt do the 80s. But all right, so we'll switch over to another exercise. And I have to start with, trying to think if I need to start with a bar on the bench, sit down with a bar. I don't know if I can reach back there. So we haven't been doing too heavy with this thing yet. Wow, that is not gonna work that way. So I have to sit down with it. But this is a nice angle. Very much like the V-bar. If you do V-bar cable lying down, or the V-bar bar, right? Lying down on a bench in front of, say, the Light Fitness or Matrix cable machine, and just cranking away gives you the very same feeling because of your hand position. All right, that's pretty easy. And we're relatively warmed up, right? So I think we could just jump to 25s on here or something, which is a pretty big jump, but yeah, it's amazing to me that I broke that weight like that. So I should have made that video twice, because I always like to talk shit about those kind of companies on multiple channels. Wow, this cheap collar doesn't want to fit on here. There we go. All right, folks, doing skull crushers with a super curl bar. All right. Or you could say maybe a very variation of skull crushers. It's hard to believe that at one time I could actually do the 45s with that. All right, so let's put some 5s on here, and then some of you are gonna switch over to the other setup after this. Let me go grab that shitty weight. So I have some balance from 45s. Look just like this, right? But they're 45s. I'm highly concerned about those. Folks, so if you are considering buying these balance from 5-pounders, 10-pounders, whatever, I would say stay away from these. They're cheap for a reason. I just dropped this off the bench. Now, I will say, you know, the floor it's got carpet over concrete, but I've never had a weight plate just break like this one did. So, look at that. I mean, there's no fixing this thing really, or at least for my capabilities. But yeah, spend your money elsewhere. Buy some better weight plates, all right? So, here we go. And I do think that I'll wait to send these back because I don't think the wife's not going to want to screw with that. She'd have to go to UPS. It's a hassle. You know, I think I could take them to Walgreens, but $23. Go out of my way today when I'm busy. Not worth it. Okay. So, you guys are Diet Cokes in the screen. All right. Like I said, you should drink Diet Coke and work out. All right, folks. We're doing skull crushers with the super curl bar. I've got 30 pounds on each side, and this is the barbell itself probably weighs about, I don't know, 20 pounds. Yep. Okay, that's good. So I could maybe go heavier, but I think I'm gonna feel a lot of strain in my ligaments in my elbow. Ligaments, tendons, whatever. All right, so we are going to clean up over here, and then I'll switch over to finish off the tricep workout. So triple cam didn't stop you. Now this camera, the other camera, let's get a pump check. How we doing? So I'm not going to do a pump check at the end of the video, but since we're already over here. Oh, and then there's this camera. All right, so that's good. I don't know how we're gonna shoot this, or if that even shot good. I think that was a waste of video space, but I could be wrong. You know what? I might have found use for this thing after all. It is a paperweight. Okay, good. So now we gotta put the lights back, move this shit around. We're gonna need more light for sure. All right, so I don't know if just go with this. If this rotates all the way around, we could potentially just shoot from here, I guess. Maybe I'll do that. And move this guy. So rotate the chair around. And we have all these extension cables, which we're not using any of. So maybe I'll use an extension cable on this little crawler guy. Let's see. Where's that cable? Wow, I'll tell you what, folks, I'm hungry. So this bench is kind of in the way of the surprise. Oh wow, we have this cable. So I could maybe I'll swap out one camera for another. Whoa. That would have been bad. Okay, so and of course we lost the camera. This one's not on. Yeah. So I gotta move the flat bench back into position. And then, all right, so we're doing tricep. All right, folks, doing a belt squat workout now for triceps. I've got a, before I really get going here, I've got to figure out the exact chain length. Or, you know, we're using a lot of carabiners, so we can take those off or add them if necessary, but I think for the most part we want to probably subtract some. We'll see. I've got my shorter rope. We have two, and so what I really want is when this to have a little bit of stress already or tension as I pick this up. Right now it's sitting on the ground, so we're gonna have to get off our butt. Looks like. I think in the past I've been able to adjust this, but now one thing you can do is leave all the carabiners on there, in my opinion, and just find the right one. You probably this 2 down. So we'll try it again. We might need to move our bench a little closer. All right. And of course I have the weight tree in the way. So this feels better, and we're gonna have to take the carabiners off because they're hitting me in the head. All right, but that is the length that I need, so we're good there. Now we just need to add some weight. We need to get these off so they're not going to be a problem. So that's good. Now I'll add some weight. I think I work up to 110 pounds here. So now for this, you could use bumper plates. You could use a, grab an Olympic plate, toss it on there. I'm going to go grab some of the 40, 25s and 10s. We're going to need those. Actually, with the V-bar, I'm able to go way heavier, folks. I'm curious if this is getting picked up. I guess it's a little bit overshooting. Hopefully that's a good angle. Yeah. All right, so I got to... Okay, we're making progress. I come back, I'm going to have to do some serious house cleaning here. Yeah, so I'm going to be gone for a long time, and we've got to, when I come back, upgrades, folks, upgrades. Just think lots of upgrades on this channel. Save all my monetized money, I believe, most of it, and we'll buy some stuff. And I say monetized, not this channel's going to get monetized probably in a couple months, but if I'm lucky. But we're going to use the monetized money from 2 better channels. I say better. The 2 channels that actually are making more money. All right, let's see here. This thing die. I don't even know if this is picking up what's in the video, but all right. So I added 10 more pounds on the tricep rope using the belt squat, continuing our home workout. Normally I would only do like 3 exercises. Today we're doing 4. Sometimes I could throw some extra stuff in there. I guess one day we could do some kickbacks, but we can't use this. I think one of my goals is to buy a corner unit with the dual cables, right? And I'd like to obviously buy a really good one, but I think due to the weight and how difficult it'd be to get in here, we will probably buy a plate loaded one, not selectorized plate, but plate loaded. And we'll go from there. Now I can't do as much weight on here as I can with the V-bar, but we'll probably just do another 10 and then switch to the V-bar. I'm not even sure we're getting the action with this camera. All right, folks, doing the rope with the belt squat, tricep extension exercise here. I have 65 pounds on there, plus whatever the apparatus weighs, minus the mechanical advantage. Hopefully this thing's not about to hit me in the head. Yeah. So, pretty good exercise. I definitely feel it, just like at the gym when you use the cable accessory. So, I think we'll just switch over to the V-bar at this point. And we'll need to put the carabiners back on there. And of course we need to make sure we clean our gym up. So, yeah, I come back. I've spent a lot of time thinking about what I'm gonna buy. I've saved some stuff in Amazon. You know, I don't really want to buy cheap Amazon products, but realistically, I don't need commercial grade for everything. But I know the power cage is going to get upgraded. Now, this power cage may only get used for military press in the future. Or, yeah, I think that's what its purpose will be. So then, do I need a bigger power cage? Now, I think the amount of weight I can bench equipped, plus what I might do in the future, might be a good reason to get a sturdier power cage. Or I might just buy a flat bench, or might buy a flat bench anyways. I definitely, you know, this power cage, maybe it'll get used, maybe I'll sell it locally. You know, there's so many things you could use and have this one just stay set up for, you know, because I'm not into adjusting all this crap. But we've got a commercial incline, we've got a commercial decline. I'd like to have a commercial flat bench. Now, would I go ridiculously heavy on it? No, because I want to have the spotters, but, you know, maybe occasionally I would use that. Almost maybe to give it a, like I'm at the gym vibe working out, right, versus in the basement. But, yeah, so I think $549, $599 will get me a 3x3, which this belt squat will work better with. $699 and up, I could get a corner cable unit that has dual cables, or I could buy, I'd like to find a good lat pull-down machine that maybe also I could, you know, do triceps. So one of those two, but it'd be nice to have cables to do flies here after I do flat or incline bench. Neck machine, I'd like to have one of those, 4-way neck machine, and some kind of additional back rowing machine. I don't think the ones on Amazon are good quality, but you know, that's just the way it goes, I guess. So yeah, we might not buy a whole lot of stuff. I do need to buy some better cardio equipment, so finding used Life Fitness. All right, we're doing V-bar tricep extension. I've got 65 pounds on there. And this is using the belt squat apparatus and a V-bar that you can buy. Both these off Amazon, and if you have a power cage, you can get a really good tricep workout. You know, if you were thinking about doing skull crushers, this is a alternative, serious alternative to it, to be able to do at the house. You know, if you don't want to buy a super curl bar or a curl bar, then you could buy this thing and get the same effect. So I usually work up to 110 here, folks. we are pretty warmed up already. I don't really want to jump up 25 pounds, but we'll take a 10 off and put a 25 on there. Yeah, it's hard to decide what in the hell I want to buy for this gym, but yeah, good. I think the wife wants a good elliptical, so I'll have to find a used Life Fitness elliptical. If I can get a good quality one, I don't know if I'd be able to. I guess I'd be able to use an elliptical in here without hitting my head on the ceiling. It's times like this I wish we had an extra foot in here. I've thought about spending $1,200 to buy a used hammer strength half squat rack, which will allow me to do pretty much everything this one does except for pull-ups. Is that worth the money? You know, probably not. For, you know, the amount of use it's going to get. Buy more weight plates. You'll see me buy, you know, I might just buy 4 pairs of a certain brand, not these cap ones, but you know, ones that are a little better as far as the numbers go, a little more accurate. You know, hopefully exactly 45 pounds a piece within, you know, 1 or 2 ounces instead of up to a pound heavier. Yeah, but I've got room for 4 more pieces of equipment around the corner, or I will, and then potentially 2 or 3 more pieces after that. And so we'd have to change things up, like, because where a TV is mounted, I'd have to have a treadmill in here or an elliptical, right? So maybe this would be the elliptical at an angle facing the TV, and this is a replacement power cage. I want to get some bigger dumbbells, and after that, folks, there's not a whole lot I really need. One day, you know, if the channel becomes successful, we buy more. We buy some leg equipment, but I think we have to maybe hit certain areas harder than the others. So really hit the chest good, then, you know, bicep, tricep stuff, shoulders. So maybe there's a machine that you can buy that, you know, would simulate side raises. So maybe get that, and then what else? Some of the back stuff I talked about. All right. So I've got 80 pounds on the belt squat. We're doing V-bar tricep extensions. We have to, after this, I have to switch over and do biceps. Great. I'm busy. I'm going to be busy making videos, folks. Man, that's a lot of videos. All right, so I'm going to jump. I'm trying to think. We've done 110. We need to do something a little different. So this would be 90, but I want to go, I think I want to go 112 and a half at the end. So we're going to do 3 more sets. The final set will be 112 and a half on here. Kind of wish I had this. It was, you know, this thing's awesome, but it's not that easy to replace the weights for, if you want to switch exercises. So I'm going to go warm up around the corner. I think we're going to do just hammer curls today for biceps. All right. So tricep's pretty loose. I have a crap ton of cameras filming this, so one day I'm going to say, okay, we're going to really edit this so that the views don't get stale, because we have so many different cameras instead of dropping them. All right, 92.5 on the belt squat, doing V-bar tricep extensions, just like you can do at your Planet Fitness or wherever that has a Life Fitness cable or Matrix or Cybex. Not really warming up, but we're trying to save a little. I'm going to go up 10 pounds for the next set, folks. That'll be a 102. Okay. Whew. Do another set of warm up biceps over here. Yeah, what I should do is after this is over, I don't want to switch all my cameras up. That's a pain in the ass. So I'm going to take one camera, I think, and switch up when I do triceps or biceps. I'll do just basically flare them out like so. And then I'll come back here and we'll do the V-bar hammer curls. So what do I got on there? All right, folks, 102.5. We're doing, on the belt squat, we're doing V-bar tricep extensions. That simulates basically a skull crusher and hitting it a different way. You'll still feel the same elbow and joint pain that you feel from those, and you may even hit your forehead or top of your head with the mechanism, but it's definitely feels good doing it. All right. Whew. Yeah, breaking sweat now. And after this, I gotta take a little break, I think. All right, so next set. This is the final set, actually. After this, I gotta do a few things. The day is flying by. Whenever you go on a long trip, folks, yeah, it's already 9 o'clock here. Sheesh. Oh boy. Yeah, I need to clean up in here too, because been gone a while. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, I thought about buying 2 more pair of cap plates, but the mere fact that one of them weighed 46 pounds and the others are, I think only one of them weighs 45 pounds and the other are over. I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about that. Could buy a bunch of cheap bumper plates, but those are notorious for being off too. All right, final set over here, folks. All right, I got one 12.5 on the 112.5 pounds on the belt squat apparatus. V-bar tricep extension. If you haven't tried this, I highly recommend it if you've got the equipment. So, obviously, we could put more weight on there, but I don't want to go too heavy for the sake of my elbow tendons, ligaments. All right, so there's that. This guy